I went to college and enrolled in engineering 101 class. I thought engineers were the ones getting jobs. But it was very tough. I wanted to party. There was a new cohort, environmental studies, that no one had heard about. I spent 3 years in psychology and environmental studies. In this year, I meet this girl and she convinced me to go to night class in advanced cinematography. It was some complex technology. It wasn't what it is today. It was tough. I got really into it. We filmed and I got into film community. I met people and say, look, we do camera work. Can you hire us as a cameraman? I was working a lot, going to school all day, shooting all night. I was learning. When you are passionate about something, it's really fantastic if you can merge it into your work, because you don't mind working 25 hours a day. I was cutting film, processing, mixing sounds. I graduated and got good marks in psychology and environmental studies. Dad, I passed with good marks. How are you going to get a job with this? Environmental stuff hasn't even happened yet. Psychology? It's tough. Why don't you go and get a business degree? I know you want to be a filmmaker. Why don't you get some tools about business? You will still need some basics to run your life. I applied. I got in. This is where the serendipitous nature of life, the box of chocolates, starts to happen. I am sitting down with the dean after I got accepted. I am going to spend 24 months here getting this degree. And I bet you have an ongoing need to recruit people from all around the world. Why don't you let me make a film about this experience? I am a filmmaker. I want to pursue business degree, but I know how to make a film. I can hire a crew and get you an inside story of how it feels to go through a business degree. Let me take this up with a few other faculty members and see if people are interested. One other thing is, it's going to cost about 50 grand. Let's wait on the budget. Let's see if anyone is interested. 2 days later, he says there's a lot of interest, but you are going to do it in 30. I said done. This was the beginning of a really remarkable experience, because I also said, Dean, I can't do the whole program and do the filming. You need to give me some credits. Mark the film based on its merits. We did that deal and I went to work and I shot that film. It was a crazy experience. But when it was over 24 months later, the film was unique insight into what the program was in a way no other person could have done it. It was a fantastic tool for recruiting. They showed it to everybody that's going to come to that school. They sent it all around the world. I graduated like top of my class or right up there. I did well. Having shot that film, I had hired a crew and I said, guys, why don't we form a company together? We are really good at this. Let's form a company. There was this guy named Dave Thomas who was an incredible writer, went on to do stuff on sports television. Another guy named Scott McKenzie who was more focused on actual production. I wanted to use my business tools. It was called Special Events Television, and the way we created value in television. In television, to create value, you have to create a unique format. No one can use that format. We went into sports television. We had a huge sponsor, one of the food companies. We did a show called The Original Six where we got retired hockey stars from the original 6 teams, Detroit, Boston, New York, etc., and it was wildly successful. Then we had a goldmine hit, Don Cherry's Grapevine. Remember the Don Cherry, that eclectic coach with Bobby Orr in Boston? He was fantastic on television. He had a dog he brought on, he was a great interviewer, the format caught on fire. The company took off, we were selling the shows each week. We were broadcasting everywhere. I looked at my partner and said, wow, look at this. 2 years later, we got bought out. It was my first transaction. We started with nothing and we created this company. It was worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.